Contrasting with conventional motors, the ADAMS-FARWELL engine features a rotating engine block around a stationary crankshaft, similar to the early rotary engines used in aircraft. The engine produces a gentle, spinning motion rather than typical piston vibrations, rotating precisely like a gyroscope in motion. A massive 15-ton power plant delivering only 100 horsepower, this SULZER demonstrates that in slow-speed diesel technology, raw torque trumps pure horsepower. Each resonating pulse resembles a seismic tremor rather than an engine, showcasing industrial power at its peak. This 1931 Chevrolet Coupe has been transformed into a flame-throwing monster. With a 610 cubic inch supercharged engine producing 3,000 horsepower, it features a custom flamethrower system, shooting 10-foot flames through the headers. Engineered for rapid maritime vessels, the ZVEZDA M400 generates colossal thrust, embodying the classic Russian engineering principle that magnitude reigns supreme. A thunderous rumble, escalating to an industrial roar, this power plant embodies the very soul of naval warfare. The DUVANT 4VN represents peak 1950s French manufacturing, merging durability and performance to fulfill factory requirements of that period. A low, consistent hum that demonstrates the strength and dependability of this vintage diesel motor. The T-34's innovative sloped armor design provided exceptional protection against enemy fire while maintaining its agility and speed on the battlefield. Hot bulb engines possess remarkable durability, yet when they spiral out of control, they become unstoppable. From a rhythmic pulse to catastrophic mechanical failure, this occurs when an engine breaks loose.
Andra försöket.
The Detroit Diesel 8V53T stands unique among the select few turbocharged models ever manufactured. Following extended dormancy, it's now prepared to unleash its power. That signature Detroit diesel howl, intense, piercing, and packed with two-stroke power. Even sans turbo, this engine still wails. Following a 3-year dormant period, this Soviet-engineered T-100 roars again, demonstrating that classic diesel machinery stands the test of time. A low, throbbing drone escalating to a mechanical roar, raw Soviet durability in action. Renowned for durability, these powerful marine diesel engines served vessels and manufacturing facilities through multiple generations. The steady, pulsing beat paired with industrial vibrations, marine diesel engineering at its peak. Constructed in 1913, this Fairbanks MORSE machine depends on raw power for ignition. No electrical components, just an enormous flywheel and persistence. A steady rhythmic pulse of vintage agricultural innovation. Each turn transports you to another era. Twice-blown delivery is a remarkable 1932 Ford sedan delivery hot rod featuring 2 supercharged 572 Ci Keith Black Hemi engines. This dual-engine setup delivers a combined 2,500 horsepower, with each engine producing 1,500 horsepower. It has a custom-built frame, Wilwood disc brakes, and custom interior. Prior to startup, this enormous EMD V16 undergoes a complete blowdown, a technique to remove water from the cylinders and avoid hydrolock. A low, thunderous vibration that evolves into the distinctive EMD 2-stroke roar, raw energy, direct from the power plant. Fairbanks Morse Type N 50 HP engine, featuring its enormous 14-inch cylinder and 17-inch piston movement, dominated industrial operations in the early 1900s, propelling American manufacturing ahead. A steady, pulsing thrum that echoes the pure mechanical might of pioneering diesel machinery. First designed for military aircraft, the Curtiss-Wright R-3350 engine powered iconic planes like the B-29 Superfortress. Today, it's dominating the competitive sport of tractor pulling. Each ignition sequence is pure power. This engine's roar shakes the ground. 18 cylinders working together, producing thunderous vibrations that resonate through your body. Those classic Detroit diesel two-stroke engines are iconic. But when the fuel control gets jammed, they'll keep running until manually stopped. From a gentle purr to an uncontrolled roar, that's what happens during the frightening phenomenon of diesel engine runaway. Notice how the elderly operator stays composed while others flee. Remarkably, he even remains seated inside. Designed to energize industrial complexes, defense installations, and complete communities, this ALLIS-CHALMERS powerhouse stood as a manufacturing giant of its era. A deep, pulsing hum that demands attention, classic diesel strength that endures relentlessly. Derived from the iconic Merlin aircraft engine, the METEOR delivered V-12 aerial power to ground combat, transforming tanks into lightning-fast war machines. A mighty, resonant roar with a Spitfire's spirit. This is what emerges when you install aircraft might into armor. Engineered to activate during power failures, the Lister CS START-O-MATIC emerged as the most dependable emergency power generator in the 1900s. A steady, pulsing rumble that transports you to another era, classic diesel dependability personified. The Caterpillar D7 has remained a powerhouse since World War II, transforming combat zones, constructing highways, and demonstrating that raw power stands the test of time. A low, persistent rumble that signals strength. This machine was engineered to conquer terrain and persevere relentlessly. Pissed Off Pete is Randy Grubb's creation, built around a 12-volt 71 Detroit diesel engine. This 852 cubic inch 12-cylinder engine delivers 474 horsepower through dual blowers. Built from a 1960 Peterbilt 351, it features custom wheels, bare brakes, and showcases masterful engineering throughout. Constructed in 1962, the DUVANT 9BOS features 9 cylinders and an enormous 330-liter displacement, generating 1,600 horsepower at only 400 RPM. A low, pulsating rumble that shakes the earth, this engine's rhythm is as mighty as its dimensions suggest. From a corroded submerged wreck to a thundering workhorse, this Lister FR4 demonstrates that quality engineering stands the test of time. A low, steady diesel pulse, the distinctive signature of vintage mechanical endurance. The Rover METEOR is the armored variant of the iconic Merlin, an identical V12 engine, but engineered for combat operations. A low, rumbling V12 growl, no forced induction, just massive displacement rattling the earth. The FIESELER STORCH needed just 60 meters to get airborne and adapted to diverse landing surfaces, proving itself as the most effective surveillance plane of World War II. A smooth, resonant V8 growl, followed by an effortless, elegant liftoff, short takeoff mastery exemplified. Skip the electric start. The Caterpillar D9G depends on a traditional pony motor, a small gasoline engine, to fire up this 24.5 liters giant. Initially, the shrill sound of the pony motor, followed by a low, steady diesel growl as the true Titan awakens. The DT-54 was a rugged Soviet machine engineered to conquer any terrain from thick swamps to icy wilderness. A steady, pulsing engine growl, raw industrial power from another time.